That's a that's a just a absolutely fantastic way of writing that. Christmas bullshit by Evan Winter. When I think of what would mean to be grown up, I have unshakable impression of going home for Christmas Eve with my wife and my infant children. There are three of them, and they're all equally infantile. Sorry, but they're not triplets. It's snowing outside, even though it never snows on Christmas Eve in Toronto anymore. And as my parents open the front door that I just knocked on with one of those big brass things, even though we've never had one, and obviously I don't know what it's called, heavenly aroma of industrial bakery licks us across the face. Sorry, my dog groaned. I was wondering what he was up to. Through all of this, my wife is so hot. She looks like a compilation of every girl who ever wasted my time. My father hands me a cigar and gives me the good news. We're both amazing at playing the acoustic guitar. It's a Christmas miracle. Later on that evening, I'm sitting in the bed with my wife, and she tells me that she will always love me, and that we will never die, and that's all I ever think about when I think about having kids. However, how much of a failure I am that I cannot cause the world I have described here to exist. Sorry, my dog's in his little cage making noises. Sorry, give me 2 seconds here. Okay, what's next? Would you stop groaning back there, please? Thank you. Okay, she's not talking. My career passion is not to be a stabbed homeless guy by Evan Winter. Okay. Uncertified life coach. My career passion is not to be a stabbed homeless guy. I'm wondering if that's a reference to American Psycho. I wonder if that's a reference to American Psycho. Because that was there's a scene in the Brent Easton Ellis book and movie, the movie of the same title, where the character Patrick Bateman just he's so stressed out at a moment he finds a random homeless guy, makes basically degrades him and then stabs him. So, when you sit down to do your daily 1 hour personal career goal, timeout, focus, affirmation session. Oh, okay. What amps you to the max? This just doesn't sound like the character at all. What motivates and engages you to take it to the next level? I mean, we'd all like to imagine the possibility of prosperity for everyone, or at least everyone of our ethnicity with similar educated background. But some people are winners, whereas others are merely honest. In the past, it was relevant for people who excuse me, I'm terrible at reading sometimes, to look at their professional arc. Oh, sorry, I'm misreading it. I thought it said R afterwards. I was like, huh? Professional arc a lot differently. What's your 5 year plan? What's your 10-year plan? What type of commute or living environment really meets your personal needs? What sort of retirement situation are you envisioning? And how would you like to see your defined benefit pension plan invested? Today, however, The good news is that none of these questions matter. Today, it is simply sufficient to ask yourself if you would or would rather not drink yourself to sleep on a vent every night. Nobody likes a 2-hour commute, but would you rather walk 17 blocks in the dead of winter for a cup of soup? Nobody appreciates the inability to visit the dentist, but would you rather get your teeth clubbed out by a disgruntled police officer? And the people on top, they wonder how they ever lost this plot to begin with. Why did we ever give anyone anything? They say. Why didn't we just ask them if they rather be a stabbed homeless guy? I don't know what to say, but I don't want to give him something. Thanks, pal. You got smoke? No. Sure, man. Okay, so this streetcar walk. He stares straight ahead. I would hope so. I'm not sitting right next to somebody. Oh god, that guy looks angry. Hey, excuse me. All Strangers Are Entrepreneurs by Evan Winter. Hi. I noticed that you made eye contact with me for half a second. Yeah, I know this part. Then immediately regretted it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a fucking asshole. I'm disgusting. Do I want to talk to you because I sincerely cherish a genuine sense of community and goodwill towards men? Nope. I am an absolute loser. And bothering one stranger after another an awkward revelation of my own failure. I'm looking for somebody to become my downline in a multi-level marketing scheme. I think you ought to change religions. I'm one of those charity people who used to wear an apron so people would know to avoid me. I want to ask you out to coffee. Wow. Idiot. Sorry, I misplaced that. And I want to ask you out to a coffee. Rub your shoulders while the dirty sleeves of my jeans jacket infect your pores, and then try to have sex with you before you realize that I'm unemployed. I'm that legitimately horrible and sad person that you could one day be like the one a dumb story happened to. The one who got a DUI. Then they found a weed in my car. Thus, the money I stole from work. My family is dead and I have no friends and I'm desperate for anybody to talk to. Even though I have nothing to say, I know that nobody likes me. Or maybe you would like me. But you don't want to know. I am that weird, bitter asshole who barks at cashiers and hits on waitresses and holds up the universe. But I am a human being, and there is nothing I can do to make God stop loving me. Everywhere I go, I tell the few people who can barely stand me the exact same thing. That everyone is just way too uptight about talking to strangers. Even though I am exactly the reason that absolutely nobody wants to. Then I say, chill out. Or some other extremely dated piece of slang that solidifies me as even more creepy. This is when you realize I'm trying to look at your boobs. Or your shoes. Or that I don't even have the confidence to meet your eye line. And some type of instinct dawns on you that says, hey, your shoelace is untied. Oh, thanks. That was fantastic, right? That was just good. That was really good. I really like the way that was done. Turn the headphones up and wait. Hell yeah, that's what I do. Now, here we are at work. Oh. There isn't much to say about what I do for a living. We're just like everyone else. Do we work in marketing and finance? For the government? For the people? For the good? Oh, for good, sorry. For just kept saying the. For evil? Doesn't matter. No matter what, if we can make money off it, and you ask us if we can do it, we say yes. If you ask us if what we do is effective, the middle managers who hired us, whose job security depends on us having been effective, will tell you yes. If you ask us what we do is important, we point you in the direction of the media channel that makes a living off of reporting our industry, and they'll say yes. How can I feel like I'm doing like a telemarketing thing for a company right now? A lie that everybody can pay their mortgage with becomes the truth faster than you would believe. But in the end, we're really just a bunch of white people pushing piles of money around in circles. Well, reality occurs in parts unknown. We go to conferences, and the maids break their backs cleaning our hotel rooms. We eat at restaurants while the cooks trip and emulate each of and but I've not talked this much in so long. I need to slow down. Emulate each in blistering oil. Janitors have heart attacks buffing floors on graveyard shift for 30 years, and all of this for what? Networking? Best practices? Leadership? But we don't let anyone into the network, and we don't practice anything, and we don't lead anyone anywhere but someplace fucked up, where we get paid and they get dick. Then everyone goes home and does their job the same way anyways, doing exactly whatever some boss wants. So who are we, and what do we have? Do we do here? We send emails. We go to meetings. We hope that one day get high enough to become invincible, and to be rewarded, even when we fuck everybody and everything up. Sometimes I think, could I go my whole career without doing a single useful material thing? Did a street sweeper eclipse my social ability the day he picked up a piece of gum? So, I really like this. I really do like this style of writing. Guys, this has been it's been like an hour. Oh, this one. It's been like an hour that I've been playing, as you see here. I'm gonna run like 2 minutes of ads before I go off. Guys, tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're thinking about this. As you know, the creator is in the chat, sitting there in his silent little lurker corner, which I highly appreciate him being here. I'll be right back. Okay, 2 minutes are up. And we're back properly. Give me a second here. Just typing a quick message. Okay, we're back. I liked some of the stuff you were reading there, guys, by the way. I was reading, so I'm glad you're understanding what's going on. And I know the mods are towing the line to keep it serious, because I'm asking you guys to keep it serious and not actually listen to the game. So, we'll get going again. Just make sure I'm clicked on the screen. Kind of want to see the home up here. Nope. Roy Parsons, President and CEO, to sender. Subject, vacation alert. Please note that I won't be out of the office this week. Monday through Thursday, inclusive, if you're writing about the numerous large projects that have key deliverables due on Friday afternoon, please note that my calendar on Friday morning is limited due to a networking jog brunch. If you're a client, please rest assured that I have my English is terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Review your work 10 minutes before you are supposed to have it. Blame others for my total lack of context regarding what it even is, and ask that it be completely restarted and refinished in a matter of hours, regardless of merit or necessity of my proposed improvements to it. I bought my job, and I am a clown. In my bottom desk drawer, though, is a god-awful television pilot I wrote about how I'm a genius who brings a magical finishing touch to all the work of a company who is overjoyed to bask in my creative glory despite my near continuous absence, my petulant childishness, and my total lack of solidarity with the people I am supposed to be leading. There's a scene where a beautiful 22-year-old graphic design intern tells me how artistically inspired she was by the mixtape I gave her of all my favourite bands, including the one I used to play in. I seriously have no idea how fucking retarded I am. Very truly, Roy Parsons, President, CEO, Chief Creative Officer, Ideas Guy. So I'm doing everything I can, because it says click on everything, so I'm clicking on everything. This is Russell. He's like a less successful version of my brother, whereas my brother gets paid handsomely to do basically nothing and can hire all of the lawyers and accountants in the world to defend it. Russell has mastered the limited middle class version of this, being a sycophantic little shithead. He works from home so much that he doesn't even bother having a desk anymore. In fact, he really only shows up at the office to watch sports highlights on the plasma screen that we bought to facilitate better team collaboration. He's the kind of person whose enthusiasm is so facile? I can't think of that word actually. And transparent that everything he says to you feels like an insult to your intelligence, assuming you have any. Yeah. When it's all over and everyone who actually does anything has been completely outsourced, the Russells of the world will be the last men standing in the corporate megaverse. They'll be on the conference calls to their bosses in China, going on about how everything is going great, just great, except for the following people who have really let them down. Yeah. They're just they're just really not hitting it. They're not getting it. I'm just looking at this stuff and geez, I don't know. It's just not right. And what do you guys think? Oh, what's up, bro? Nothing, man. Hey, can you ask your brother if he's interested in that thing I told him about? What thing? Trust me, bro. He'll know what I mean. It's an amazing opportunity. Cool. I haven't seen him in a while, but I'll let him know. Fuck. Alright. Oh. Paula Young. Paula Young, Senior Partner Chairwoman. All staff. My resignation. Live for your dreams. Priority high. Dearest employees, it is with bittersweet mixture of joy and sadness that I must announce my divestment and resignation from the company. That was a divestment, yeah. Effective immediately. While I would have preferred to be available to help with numerous surprise obstacles that this will present, the timing of my departure coincided with existing travel plans that could not have been changed without putting my elite passenger status on Air Canada at risk. When I began my career as an employee at an agency similar to ours over 15 years ago, things were much more difficult. All of my peers seemed to question my opinions, dismiss my ideas, and even make faces at me as if I was some kind of stupid idiot. For me, the meaning of this was clear. I was much more capable, creative, and out of the box than everybody around me. A true maverick. With the agreement of my husband and his financial support, I founded this organization. The point of this story is clear. You've got to live your values. You've got to choose the life that you want to live and make it happen. Just like I did. I've often asked myself why all of you seem to be so stressed out and miserable, as if some horrifically ignorant force, oblivious to its own recklessness, is compelling you to do things that don't make any sense. Yeah, I can see them I can see this actually in my head right now. Someday I hope you'll realize that you can do whatever you want. You just have to go for it. The next chapter of my life, for example, will be through a line of motivational handbags that I message deleted. Is there an extra stapler in there? I can't find my stapler. Sorry, man. I'm not touching any of this shit. I like this music. It's nice and so. I don't know why I'm looking in the trash, but okay. The well-informed and worthwhile opinions that fill the trash can of agencies around the world, by Evan Winter. I like the idea of having statements that specifically talk about the impact our products has on customers. But how are we really telling our brand story? This still image of an inanimate object really needs to have a stronger sense of movement through it. What? This line of meaningless rhetoric in this thing that is fundamentally about absolutely nothing really isn't adding any value. I saw this thing last night in a movie and I loved it. Our thing should be just as good, because even though our budget is the 16th of what it took to create that, I can still remember a time when it was only half. Okay, here's the deal. I don't like this thing. I don't have any real reasons for disliking it. I dislike it the way that certain people don't like pickles or reggae. It's just ideal preference. I didn't go to school for marketing and advertising or designing or writing or anything like that. I just got a job in a corporation, and one day they decided to shelve me here because they figured at least there was a hard limit of how much damage I could do. Another possibility is that I'm actually very intelligent, but I'm the wrong gender and ethnicity, and I needed to be put somewhere prominent and ultimately harmless. Either way, Either way, I've either come to not care that my actions are devoid of any rationale, or even more dangerously, I believe that my intuitions represent some sort of natural capability. I've either always been like this and consequently started my own company because I am incapable of working for someone else, or it happened to me after being promoted to a level high enough that people just stop bothering to disagree with me. Disagree with you, sorry. So no, so I'm just not sure about the blue. Really? Oh, didn't mean to press that. Nope. Thank you. You have to come back in 5. I'm just getting ready for a call. I actually don't even know why I'm standing here. Where did you put that proposal? I just had it. It was right here, last night. I don't have time to look for it. Natasha, I need another copy of the proposal printed out. Please and thank you. I'm busy. Is Jackie here then? I need it for my call. I don't know why I don't have it. It was literally sitting here last night. This is Troy. Nobody likes Troy. Including me. But I feel for him. He's married, late 40s or so. Commutes 2 hours from a deep suburbs every day and works on weekends all the time. I can't even imagine the last time he saw the house he spends every day paying for in the actual sunlight. 3 kids, wife doesn't work. And even though he's the most experienced and senior person here, there's always a palpable sense in the air that he would be the first person to wipe down the urinals if the owners told him to. Yeah, I've met somebody like that. And think about what he might have been like as a younger guy at his wedding, or one of those other things that make you feel like the future has a future. No. Evan, how are you doing? Hey Natasha, how's it going? Okay. Talk to you later. I guess. Okay. It's a weird conversation. Nobody knows much about Natasha. She really can't speak English. She does a bunch of her administrative work. She couldn't possibly make very much money. She has a way of smiling at you that discourage you in every kind of follow-up questions whatsoever. She looks like she's in her late 40s, but something tells me she might look older than she actually is. It's not that she has has some kind of hard chiseled beauty, though. She just looks like she's been through more than she should have. And where they found her, who knows? And hey, message me. Okay. Logging in. Online. Sorry, it's just too early in the morning to have Natasha glaring at me. Sure. What's up? Nothing. What did you do all weekend? Did you go out? Friday, yeah. I went to Jackson right after work until 3 in the morning. Don't remember it. Never meant to. Don't start. I'm starting. You live in downtown Toronto. Have all the free time in the world, and you go to a sports bar and chain hotel. Why are you even alive? I don't know. I'm not into this hipster bullshit. What hipster bullshit? You mean cool and interesting places? Drinking is drinking. What's the difference between sales, convention tourists, and people your own age? Is that a serious question? And I'm not a hipster, even if saying so proves it. No kidding. Your parents aren't really nearly rich enough. If you hate money, I can. If you hate money, I can help you with that. All I'm saying is that the worst thing about nice things are people who can afford them. Nice things would be better off with you. I don't know. It's just sad. But you love being sad. It's cool to be sad. No, it isn't. It's just sad. Yeah, that's true. Transcript. Late night show. In progress. Guest. Evan Winters. Oh, we're back to this. Host. I mean, I'm a little surprised you aren't out there going out with with all kinds of chicks. Well, for a long time, women really only hurt me. I mean, it wasn't their fault at all. It was really just the natural outcome of somebody who looks like me being interested in them. You weren't doing too well, huh? You have to understand what it does to a person to wrap that emotion for so long. To turn something that is supposed to be beautiful into nothing but a signal of imminent misery. Well, we all know what that can be like. No, I actually don't think that we all do. Yeah, this is true. This is going to be true. Most people, they win some, they lose some, and it's all just some fucking song on the radio. That's a lot different different than knowing for certain that your love is something that is going to hurt people you care about, and that it'll only hurt you too. Still, you gotta try. No. The only thing you've got to try is to never feel a goddamn thing for anybody, because you don't want to make them feel awkward, and you know damn sure you don't want their pity. So what do? Nothing really. You try to be cool until you can't stand it anymore, and then you stop talking to them. Boy, you're a real pal. Oh, I know. And believe me, realizing that you can either be a bad guy or a non-guy is the point where you just stop talking to women completely. Oh, so you stopped talking to women you were attracted to completely? Well, sometimes you meet somebody and you just don't have a choice. Maybe all that pain that just seems worth going through all over again. Maybe you think things will be different this time. No, you know better than that. You just, I don't know. I know it's really stupid, and I know it isn't even true, but I really, really love her. Well, we'll be right back after these messages with Evan Winter. The stupid liar. Evan? Sorry. What? Can you come to the meeting room tomorrow? What? Oh, sure. You're too funny. Tori, I tried to work. Please be quiet. Sorry, Natasha. Oh no, Evan. You don't worry. Reading between the lines, it seems like these two girls actually like Evan. Oh, there's another area. Hold on. So there's nobody else up here. Are you going to watch sports on that big screen out there? Here we go. An oversized recycling bin of chart paper. A few years ago, the bosses went to a 3-day, $5,000 leadership seminar and came back convinced that the reason the company wasn't growing was because people weren't collaborative enough. Accordingly, with no collaboration. It was determined that everything anyone said in the meeting had to be not only written down, but written down such that arrows could just out of it, allowing any free associations about it to be captured as well. This policy I hate. I hate this corporate crap. Sometimes I've been through it, and it stifles my brain. I'm just like, oh, just stop talking, please. This policy lasted for precisely one meeting, after which time the walls of the room were covered from floor to ceiling with graph paper containing what appeared to be the indecipherable corporate thought of a mental hospital. The paper was then torn down and placed into this bin, where it remains to this day. The financial problems that the company had been having would later be linked to excessive overhead in the area of leadership development. Yeah, of course. This leadership development was never recorded as compensation, and this, among other things, were not factored into the deeply disappointing salaries that the owners were then forced to draw for that year. Salaries which, of course, were ample evidence to the total impossibility of providing any employees with bonuses or raises. And yet, to be honest, this story gives me a good feeling, because I know that nothing this fucked up can go on forever. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. So, patient transcript. Hey. Lindsay, thanks for sharing that. I honestly didn't know about that. Thanks for sharing that little part of your life. And thanks for doing that thing last night with Sully. Patient. Or I need a drink. Didn't realize I was going to be doing this from much reading. My throat is parched. I think the song for this game is annoying. I think it's perfect. Just nice and relaxed. It fades into the background in my head, so it doesn't really affect the game. It's so unintrusive. That's probably a great word for it. Okay, patient. There's somebody I work with. She's sick. It's the kind of sick that doesn't quite get you on disability. It just fucks with you dead in the middle of being able to have a job, but not able to be any good at it. She misses a lot of work for medical appointments. Is that still what you're calling them? All I have ever seen in this is all I've ever seen is somebody wait for 2 hours, wait another 6 hours for a test, and then wait another 3 hours to find out it was inconclusive. Where's the medicine? Where's the appointment? You're upset about this? Most people are upset about this. No, I mean, you're upset about it in a way that you usually aren't. I mean, you're upset in a way that you usually aren't. You care about this person. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so and this story isn't noise. It's different. You were there. She was alone. I was around. Do you really feel that way about it? I was in a situation where refusing to help somebody would have made me very bad. That doesn't make me very good. And the last thing I want is to end up even more involved in it. Right. Except now you don't. Except now you know that it might matter if you aren't. So she was crying, so I'm fine. Okay. Should go. Okay. So yeah. I'm starting to feel I wanna read this. We're having a little discussion in the mod chat about some stuff. And I would love to read all this game, but there is a lot of text. And as you can tell, I'm not very good with the English language. I stutter. I'm not a very good reader, in all honesty. I stutter. I mispronounce words. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just play through it. I'll take my time with each text page. So hopefully you guys can read it fine. Unfortunately, if you can't, I'm sorry. I'm sure this will be up on for watching on demand later. But let's put it that way. Let's do it that way.